Hi everybody, this is Chase, and as you may or may not know, I am a blind student, and today I would like to show you how a blind person or a visually impaired person would play the Nintendo Wii. For those of you that are already familiar with my other training videos on APH products such as the Braille Plus, its QWERTY docking station, and the Refresh Braille 18, and if you are wondering why I'm doing this instead, I just want to show how a blind person would play the Wii, because many people want to know this. This will not take away in any way from my other trainings, but I just want this training available to other people in case they ever would like to play the Wii. As you probably have heard sometime, the Wii is a 7th generation video console developed by Nintendo, and it is controlled by motion, meaning the movement of your hands with the Wii remote and nunchuck in your hands, and the Wii can sense what you are doing. So this is different from traditional video games, that you don't sit there and press buttons, you are actually up and moving. The Wii consists of the Wii Console itself, which I'll show in just a moment, the sensor bar on the TV, which receives the signals from your remote and tells the Wii what you did, the Wii Remote, which is what you use to control the Wii and play games, and the Wii Nunchuck, which plugs in to the Wii Remote to perform two-handed actions, and with some games, the Wii Balance Board, which you stand on and it senses motions that you would do when exercising. I'm going to start off today by demonstrating or showing you the Wii Console itself, which I have in the floor in front of me. The Wii Console has two layouts. The one I use is having it flat, and the Wii comes in the box with a stand that allows you to set your Wii on its side, so it would look like this when it is sitting wherever you have it sitting. And you don't have to have a different Wii or anything. If you want it sideways, you just want to put it in its little plastic stand. As you can see, the Wii is a box type shape with cables coming out the back, a CD slot in the front, and some other things I'll describe in just a second. It is comparably, it is like the size of a netbook. Not quite the same shape, but about the same size and a little bit thicker. The Wii console on the front, which would be facing you if you have it just laying down flat, has a CD slot, which is right here, if you can see it. You put the Wii discs in here. Wii discs cannot be played in any other device, including a computer, except a Wii. However, they look and are shaped and are the same size as a CD and a DVD. On the front of the Wii, you have below the disc slot, you have two buttons, a small flap, and another button. The first button is the on-off button. However, most people, myself included, do not press this button, as you can use the power button on the remote, which will shut off the remote and the Wii. The button after that is the reset button, which will take you back to the main menu. And to the right of that is a feature that many people don't know about, and it's a little flap, and if you feel carefully, you can feel a little crack. You'll want to put your fingernail in there and pull out, and the flap has opened. And there you have an SD card slot, which can be used to store games and things that you have on your Wii. To the right of that is, to the right and slightly below is the Bluetooth button to pair a remote or a balance board. It is also in here, and you just press this, but for specific instructions on that, you will want to see your Wii manual. I close the little flap. To the right of that, about an inch or two away from that, is the eject button, which will eject the Wii disc that is in your Wii. There's nothing on the top or the bottom of your Wii. The bottom has 4 rubber feet, so your Wii doesn't slide around, and the top is simply plastic. The left side of the Wii has 2 panels, which many people don't know about. I'll open this first panel the same way we opened the other one. It is right close to you, except for a small piece of plastic that doesn't open. I'll go ahead and open this. And we have 4 oval or circle shaped slots, but the top of these circle is flat. These 4 slots are for 4 GameCube remotes. I'm not going to go into much detail about the GameCube here, but the GameCube was Nintendo's previous game console before the Wii came out. The remotes for the GameCube were wired, and since this is just a newer version, the next console replacing the GameCube, you can play GameCube games using GameCube remotes. I'll close this flap. And the next one after that, I'll open, is the GameCube memory card slot. These are where you could store GameCube information on, and they are not regular SD cards. They are proprietary GameCube cards. I'll close this flap now. Now, on the back of the unit, which would normally be facing away from you, to the left you have 2 USB ports which you can plug keyboards into if you're using the internet. To the right of that is the fan where hot air is released so the motor doesn't overheat and start a fire. And to the right of that you have your slots for cables. The one closest to you, I'll go ahead and unplug, goes to the sensor bar. It's a very thin cable, so you want to be careful you don't break it. I plugged it back in. The cable right behind it and slightly to the left is very big. As you can see, the end is a block, and it has 3 cables, which are the 3 cables that plug into your TV. If you use VCRs and DVD players and other things like that, you'll be familiar with the 2 or 3 cables, depending on your device, that plug into the TV from this device. The final cable to the right of the input or output cables is the AC adapter cable, which plugs your Wii into the outlet, as the Wii does not have batteries. Okay, I'm over by my TV now, which is right in front of me, and underneath the TV I've opened up the flap, which is where you plug in things, and the big block cable where the 3 cables come out of to put into the TV, so that the TV's audio and the Wii's audio and video can go into your TV. That is what these 3 cables are right here. And this right here is the sensor bar, which is what that thin cable goes to. And this detects what your Wii remote is doing and sends this information to the Wii so that it can accurately process what you are doing.